Crazy how the birds are chirping right now. It's midday, but like surprising is all, I guess. Yeah, I can hear it through the mic. Sorry about the birds. They're can't stop nature from happening, right? There you go. Alrighty. How's it going, everybody? Hope y'all are doing well on this beautiful, dreary but still beautiful Saturday. Say Saturday afternoon, yeah. Oh no, because noon is like midday, so I guess afternoon would be 1. It's interesting though. It's interesting. It's very soothing, very calming. Anyways, you know what we're here to do. If you were there for the stream last night, and if you weren't, that's fine. Well, excuse me. It isn't my place to say whether that's fine or not. It doesn't matter whether you were there or not. It was a natural course of life, you know. It happened or it didn't, you know. At the end of the day ends. Point is, I'm here to finish the game. So, well, first of all, I'm bugging. Hello there. Hope y'all are doing well. Hope y'all are doing good. Last stream, if you didn't watch it or if you haven't watched the VOD, I do recommend doing so, because we're just picking up right where we left off. We're at the end of the game, basically. Well, not even basically. We are at the end of the game. This game is done once this stream is done. Or this stream is done once this game is done, excuse me, to set it reverse. And because it's early, I'm not tired, or at least as tired as I would be. But where... Pull out my guide because I'm a scrub. I'm not using it for the entire thing, but I'm lost. I'm definitely using it. I will say when I'm using it. So, you know, you guys will know. You guys will know. But Gradius Sincerity. There you go. We're on part 8. No JoJo's. Joseph Joestar. The moment of the shooting. There you go. Alright, Mr. Ashley Graydon. Let's keep it going, right? Let's do it. Let's rock. Oh, I'm bugging. Forgot to like my own stream. There you go. Anyways, yeah, let's do it. The moment of the shooting. Well, these rough... It's literally been since yesterday. How can I forget his voice already? While these ruffians were jostling with the broker, I was still near the entrance to the shop. When one of the bank threw Nash over the counter, I felt a sharp pain in my arm. I pressed the man, but he shut himself in the stall. I could see him through the peephole in the door, though. The accused in a black coat shot the man in the back as he was trying to flee to safety. I saw the blood splatter all over the wretched girl. Then she tossed the gun out of the peephole, so I picked it up and made my escape. Why would you pick up the gun? Well, I guess I can't really say much. Naruhodo did the same thing. Good gracious, this is quite extraordinary testimony. What a deadhead, bro. Can't stand this dude. You claim, sir, under oath, to clearly have seen the defendant pulling the trigger. Order! I'm not saying it 3 times. It wasn't my intention to testify in this way. But neither is it my intention to be found guilty of murder I did not commit. So you see, my hand has been forced. I tell the truth now is an act of self-preservation. The truth. Until now, the prosecution was completely unaware of these details. Yes, well, sorry about that. Having shot me in the arm, the pawnbroker was then shot in the back by the accused. And as I said, she was showered in his blood. You say the blood splattered over the accused's coat. Are you sure on that point? Oh yes, quite sure. All over the black overcoat that pickpocket girl was wearing at that time. Really? If her coat could somehow be shown to harbor vestiges of blood, this would be conclusive evidence here. Such an investigation is entirely possible, my lord. What? Only very recently, a German scientist has developed a technique to identify human blood. So here's to true science, not some amateurish detective's dubious foray into the world of chemistry. There's something dubious about Hurley's work. His ideas are all sound. Ideas are no use to us here. In science, as in law, theories must be proven before they stand. Oh, kill him, I swear, Ryunosuke. Excuse me, Runo. So help me God. In Germany, the technique has already been enjoyed in the courtroom as the basis of evidence. Scotland Yard has a small quantity of the chemical reagent. It's easy reagent used. With your lordship's permission, we could shatter all vestiges of doubt within minutes. This doesn't look good, Runo. Why not? Well, we know, don't we, that there's blood all over the front of Jeannie's coat. If they test it with their chemicals... Oh, I hope you're right. I was forgetting what happened yesterday. Don't move, Jeannie. I'm gonna shoot. But that's not Mr. Winterbank's blood, sustained from 2 months ago. That's Mr. Mason's blood from when he was stabbed by McGilded, who was wearing the coat at the time. There you go. Pop you out. My lord, the defense objects to the test proposed by the prosecution. Overruled. Lord Van Zieks, make it so at once. With pleasure, my lord. And while we await the results, the defense may proceed with the cross-examination. Once they find that blood on the overcoat, Gina will be... Counsel! Yes, my lord? You cross-examination. Of course, my lord. If this cross-examination doesn't go well, if I don't manage to uncover some decisive evidence, or a really compelling clue now, I have a very bad feeling about the outcome of this trial. The moment of the shooting. Let's see. Oh, I only have 4. Oh my goodness. While those ruffians were jostling with the broker, I was still near the entrance to the shop.
Hold it!
Mr. Winterbank emerged from the storeroom, I believe. Ringo and Nash were scouring the counter when he suddenly appeared and flew at them. He already had the revolver in his hand. Fortunately, I wasn't too close. I've never been so scared in all my life. Yeah, we're just your regular mild-mannered burglars, that's all. We don't like violence. Says the pair who carry a gun. What do you mean when you say you're You were near the entrance to the shop. I was in a doorway running my eyes over the shelves of forfeited items. Looking for the music box, of course. The broker went for Nash in the first place. Then Ringo joined in, making it 2 against 1. So I assumed they could handle the situation. But I was wrong. I was trying to help me little bro, but the old geezer chucked me over the blooming counter. So I pulled me gun on the old fella, and then that soon made him scamper. The pair of you sitting upon the poor defenseless pawnbroker together. Shame on you. Sorry, Gove. When Winterbank threw Nash over the counter, I felt a sharp pain in my arm. Hold it! You mean that was the moment you were shot? Yes, though I didn't immediately realize what had happened, of course. Things crashed to the floor from the counter as the 3 men were brawling. It was at exactly that moment that it happened, so I didn't hear the gunshots. Always keep missing it. Always keep missing it. There you go. Alright. And the bullets went on to strike the calendar in the wall behind you. So it would appear. When I looked at my arm, I saw it was bleeding badly, so I wrapped my handkerchief around it. Seeing as I couldn't explain what had happened to the doctor, I had no choice but to wait for it to heal. I didn't imagine it would still be bleeding 2 days later. Did Mr. Wonderbank intend to shoot you, do you think? Oh, these guys are some goofballs, bro. What the heck? Heck no, I really got the apple, the pear, the fish and chips, and nothing. Well, no, I couldn't even imagine he'd noticed I was there, to be honest. Perhaps the gun went off accidentally. Anyway, it didn't quite strike home. When I pulled my gun on him, he tried to shove me out the way. And then he scampered through that door out back. At which point, what did you do? I pursued the man, but he shut himself in a storeroom. I could see him through the peephole of the door, though. You mean, you chased after him? I don't recall the reason why, but I ran after him to the back of the shop. Now what about this peephole in the door you mentioned? Well, surprisingly, the storeroom door is a solid job, made of stout wood. There's a small opening in it about the head height that lets you see what was in there from the outside. Actually, I should know that, shouldn't I? I like threw it myself that night. And what about you burgling brothers? Did you see what went on through this peephole as well? Not likely, Gov. Didn't see nothing of the sort, Gov. I thought these 2 buffoons were even aware of the people's existence. So the Skulkin brothers were there, but they didn't see the killing of Mr. Wonderbank take place. Inside the storeroom, I can see the broker and that young girl standing there. The defendant. Yes, though neither of them noticed that I was looking. The girl raised her gun and pointed it straight at the man. And then, what did you see next? The accused in a black coat shot the man in the back as he was trying to flee to safety. Yes, when the crime was discovered, the defendant was found with a gun in her hand. But that was Mr. Winterbank's gun, from which only a single bullet had been fired. And as we already established, Mr. Graydon, that bullet was fired at you. Ah, but no, it wasn't the broker's gun that the pickpocket girl had when I saw her. Yes, the bullet from Mr. Winterbank's gun grazed my arm, and yes, the Skoken's gun grounded the detective. But this was another gun entirely. A third gun. The broker's gun was not the murder weapon, so clearly there had to be a third firearm involved. In other words, the accused must have had her own gun with her at the time. Objection. But no other gun was found at the scene. Calm yourself, counsel. Sorry. You must consider the events in order. At first I saw the broker and the girl glaring at each other, but then all of a sudden, the broker turned to run. And it was at the moment that the little gunner rat shot him in the back. A chilling image, I must say. I saw the blood splutter out over the wretched girl. Hold it! All over her. Yes, through the peephole I saw it clearly. Of course, the stains are invisible now, what with the coat being such a dark color. But I assure you that garment is sullied with the victim's blood. Well, it's sullied with blood, that's for sure. But it's not Mr. Winterbank's blood, is it? No, that's right. It's Mr. Mason Milverton's blood from when the Gilded stabbed him 2 months ago. It's so annoying. If they only accept Hurley's chemical analysis, we could prove that. But they won't. So unfortunately, we can't use it as evidence to support our case. Bother. Then she tossed the gun out of the peephole, so I picked it up and made my escape. Why did you pick it up? You're a grown man. Did I hear you correctly? She drew the gun out of the room. That's right. After the broker fell to the floor, she started walking over. Over where exactly? In the direction of the storeroom door, to where I was watching. Of course, I quickly retreated, and then the girl dropped the gun through the peephole onto the floor on my side of the door. But why on earth would she do such a thing? I couldn't tell you. Perhaps she was hoping to distance herself from the murder weapon. Without thinking, I went and picked it up. I suppose I was worried about just leaving it there, in case any more tragedies took place. So it was you, in fact, who took the third gun from the scene of the crime. Yes, it was yours truly. I left to clear up to my lackeys and left. Clear up. We made a bit of a mess around the cattle, so Mr. Whistle and Flute here told us to tidy up. He thinks our bloomin' mum sometimes. He thinks he's our bloomin' mum sometimes. Well, I was paying you enough, by God. Tell me, Mr. Graydon, when you left the prawn brokery that night, what was it by any chance with the second disc in your jacket pocket? You little toe rag! Oh, what the heck? I'll get to that in a second. You're like a bull at a gate, aren't you? Pursue. Yo, he's so cold. Naruhodo's the only dude that you know who can slam his desk and the music cuts. Like, that's crazy. Gentlemen. Something wrong, Sunshine. That should be my line. You do realize you were just violently shaking Mr. Skulkin? Blimey, this D's a bit of a hooligan, ain't he? What was going on just now? You saw him? He grabbed me whistle. Why the blazes, he said. Didn't you mention a third gun when we got down to the station? Oh, why didn't you? 'Cause we didn't know nothing about it. Or that flaming peephole on the door. Sorry about that. I could be prone to losing my rag sometimes. Not hurt, are you? God blimey, see the way he's looking at me? I'm telling you, this D gives me the willies. That was strange. Inspector doesn't normally get quite worked up as that. He would normally grab someone. No, that wasn't like Rexy at all. He's normally all sweetness and light, no matter what I say to him. Oh yeah, only when he's talking to you though. Yes, well, I think it might be a special case, Cyrus. Well, anyway, that was definitely out of character. Oh, that's interesting. My lord! Requesting your lordship's permission to interrupt the cross-examination. Explain yourself, officer. What do you mean explain yourself? You know what I'm here for. Like, are you dumb? Can't stand this judge, bro. "57 is the most dissed rapper? What? That's just a half of it. Even Meek Mill? Nas? Fat Joe? Goodness, they really hate 50. Granted, he's a troll. Like, he's a real troll, so... Ooh. Yeah, people do not like 50. Oh my goodness. Jadakiss? Everybody. Well, no, not Jadakiss. Excuse me. This is Jadakiss. What was old dude's name? I put on for my city. Oh, for my city. Put on. Amazing. Kanye. Jeezy. That's what it was. It was Jeezy. Big Pun. Yo, they hate 50. That's crazy. Wow. Yeah, this lame ad, dude. Have the results of the test that was ordered earlier, my lord. Ah, with the blood on the accuser's overcoat. Thank you, officer. Thank you, officer. Very well. The cross-examination is hereby temporarily suspended. I presume you have no objection, counsel. No, my lord. Well, there you have it. The report, please, Inspector. Yes, sir. Traces of human blood were found in the overcoat of the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade. From the extent of the stains, it would appear that they were the result of spattering following a gunshot wound. End of report. Goodness me. Nuh-uh. See? What did I tell you?
Objection!
That's that confidence I love. No, the blood on the coat was not Mr. Windibank's. What on earth makes you say that, Counsel? The coat originally belonged to Mr. Magnus McGilded. Just before his coat was deposited at Windibank's, McGilded had fatally stabbed Mr. Mason Milverton. So the blood on that overcoat is the blood of the brickmaker from the omnibus case.
Objection!
Well, the dead cannot speak. Listen has the rights, my Nipponese friend. Sorry? What's always with you with the cryptic BS? Like, what are you doing, bro? 2 months ago, in his very courtroom, did you not argue fervently for Mr. McGilded's innocence? Did you not argue fervently for McGilded's innocence? And yet, now that the man is dead, you brand him as a murderer. Your conduct shatters any shred of respect you may have earned for yourself in this country. You're a master manipulator, huh? But that was... I'll call it a bloody disgrace. Treachery, that's what it is. How to determine whether the blood on the coat is 2 months old or not? Even a stereoscope couldn't help to answer that problem pop out. It can't be done. But we use Mr. Sholmes' specially formulated chemicals. Mr. Sholmes is a detective, not a chemist. Would you put such faith in a chemical formula devised by me, for example, when I'm a communications officer? I held out the Piroski to starving boy, and he ran away crying. Sorry to hear that, man. Tragedy. Sherlock Sholmes is barely more than a figment of the public's imagination. His name carries no weight in this courtroom. No weight at all. How could you say that? Victory is sweet indeed. This proves that my testimony is the whole truth from start to finish. How do you arrive to such a conclusion, sir? As the witness said, the accused's coat was splattered with blood on the victim, or of the victim. The only way Mr. Graydon could possibly have known that fact is if he saw it happen. In other words, his testimony is solid, and the conclusion is singular. He was the accused who shot the victim in this case. That is the whole truth. They really hit him the JoJo poses on him, man. My lord! Been a long battle, this one, but this old warhorse has something to say now, if you please. Mr. Foreman. As of this moment, sir, the squadron has reached its final decision. Ready, men? All for one now. Sir!
Guilty.
Guilty.
Oh, I forgot they voiced it.
Guilty.
Guilty.
I want to make it clear, by the way. Granted, luckily we didn't have him last stream, but they have been doing this like 3 times this entire case. 3 times, like it's actually crazy. And guess what? It's time for me to solve it. Oh my god. Are you guys excited? I'm not. I can't lie. Guilty. Guilty. There's a star. I don't think I can say that on stream, but it's annoying because it's a really good song. Every is a star. Sorry to bring this up and sound like an overinflated ego, but like, you're like looking back through some of my videos and seeing how long some of them have gotten. That Steins Gate 0 is almost 50 minutes is such a an achievement for me. I really love that. I want to rewatch that video and the Steins Gate one back to back. Sorry, it's very egotistical. I'm sorry, like I just have a little bit of pride when it comes to that, because like that's something that I made, and that's really fulfilling. Honestly, it's so cool. Anyways, yeah. It would appear that, ladies and gentlemen, the jury have reached a unanimous verdict. No. The defense has consistently failed to unpick this witness' testimony. I didn't even get a chance. Here's to any attempt you make at unpicking a juror's decision being equally successful. Yeah, I will kill you. I will destroy you. I don't believe it. After I've come so far, how is it all unraveling on me so fast? Okay. Okay. I want to make a bet here. Because I remember what happens. I just don't know if it's here or later. Okay, it wasn't here. I lost the bet. I'm broke. Oh, wait. No, was I right? Was I right? Wait. It was actually here. It's just that it faded to black. Okay. How very distressing to be held in such low esteem. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo? Officer? You delivered the reports now. That will be all, thank you. It occurs to me with some regularity, Mr. Naruhodo, that scientific truths are determined not by science, but by none other than the human mind. I know that voice. Am I going mad? Yo. Yes, I was right. Well, not right. I already knew what was gonna happen, but like, I didn't think it would be here. Oh man, let's go, Mr. Sholmes. What was the meaning of this? Order. What business do you have here, detective? The last I heard, you were recuperating in the hospital. As well as I would be, had it not been set upon an errand. What errand? Harley, it's really you! You're awake at last! Yes, good day, Iris. I appear to be rather late to rise. My apologies. Now, my lord, if you will humor me. In what manner, sir? I have something of great importance I wish to give to the young lawyer over there. I need no more than 5 minutes. Would you be so kind to spare us the time? What say you to this, Lord Van Zieks? This trial has taken many hours of the court's time, having spent so long already. Exactly! Having spent so long already, we don't want to go waste any more precious time. As I was saying, having spent so long already, it would seem churlish to deny the defense a mere 5 minutes. Yo, I will kill you! Very well then, counsel. You have 5 minutes. Hello there, sir. All those 5 minutes were spent me changing. My dear fellow, I apologize for my tardy arrival. Mr. Sholmes, are you alright now? Alright, I'm all wrong. Sorry. I've only just managed to summon all the strength to stand, man. I had to judge for 5 minutes. But I fear even that may prove too much for me. Please forgive me, I should pass out. Let's make this discussion as short as possible then. Harley, this place is full of idiots. None of them can see how wonderful your chemical blood analysis is. Oh, well, that concoction of mine really was just a bit of sport to assist me in my investigations. I never took the trouble to refine it for appraisal by the scientific community. That oversight's on my part. Right. Modesty? Surely not. But enough of that. I'm here to give you this, my dear fellow. What's that? A lavender furoshiki wrapping. A leaving present from Miss Susato. From Miss Susato. If possible, matters were to be settled without me giving you this. Excuse me, sorry, wow. There's a lot of air. Those were her instructions when she asked me to do her this favor. I don't understand. Oh, whoa, what the heck? What was that? Why did I start bugging out? Miss Suzuto foresaw today's events, I believe. She knew that the culprit would attempt to escape justice by means both devious and underhanded. And that you, Mr. Naruhodo, fighting fairly as you are wont to do, would find yourself in considerable peril. Is it? Wouldn't it be want, not won't? Huh? That's weird. Whatever. There you go. Alright. At the very moment of crisis, you were to be given a small parcel. Those were the dear lady's instructions. A leaving present from Suzuto-san. Whatever could it be? What is this? Oh! It's the machine I made. I want a heart. Meow. There's a dude on Instagram, not to get too sidetracked. He has this page where it's him and his dog, and it starts off all super calm, like, and then all of a sudden it just cuts to his dog biting the heck out of his arm, and they're just playing around. Like, it's not anything serious. It's just super cute. I don't know what type of dog breed it is, but it's just so adorable. Look, I used this. It's my latest invention. What is that? I call it the cat flap-o-mat. It can make a cat flap for a little furry friend like Wagi in seconds. What's Susie up to? Miss Suzuto muttered the following words before she left. I'm a failure. I don't deserve to be a judicial assistant. What? Didn't she say something like that? You really are the best judicial assistant in the world. Well, that's extremely flattering. But I'm sorry to say that I've been a complete failure. Whatever does she mean by that, Mr. Sholmes? That night, when you left Winterbegs in pursuit of the thieves, Miss Suzuto made use of this contraption for a certain purpose. That is your answer, dear fellow. Not at all cryptic then. Great. Suzuto-san used his cat flap-o-mat that night. But why? The cat flap-o-mat has been entered into the court record. A compact machine for the rapid creation of small flaps and large doors to allow cats to come and go freely. Excuse me. I wonder what cats are native to Britain, or excuse me, England. I don't even gotta look to see what he did. Yeah, a Scottish wildcat, I see. I see. Okay. So what about the US? Okay, I see. So some cats just aren't native at all. That's interesting. Your 5 minutes is over, even though it's probably more close to 10. We're out of time already. I'm grateful to you for affording us that brief recess, Mr. Reaper. I need no thanks, Detective. After all, the die is cast. Is it really? The jurors are unanimous in their leanings. No doubt my learned friend will consider a summation examination. Wait, hold on. Did he actually... Learned friend, of course he did. But any attempt to alter the verdict now would be utterly futile. I wonder... Mr. Naruhodo. Yes? The rest is down to you, dear fellow. What is your plan? The rest is down to me. I need to be careful here. If I make a wrong move, the trial will end badly. My lord. Wouldn't it be a summation examination, isn't it? Well, I guess I should say it first, just in case. I mean, it has to be a summation examination, because at the end of the day, like, yeah, it's guilty. It's a guilty verdict. I can't do a cross-examination when everybody's like, oh yeah, no, she's guilty. It's done. Wrap it up. And I just come to this. My only chance is to appeal to the jurors and try to change their minds. What do you think you're doing, Mr. Naruhodo? Sorry. Oh, you're right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Let me fix that then. Sure, let's do this. Further cross-examination. The jurors have spoken. Protocol dictates that you may not cross-examine a new witness now. The defense is not asking for the cross-examination of a new witness, rather to continue with one of the existing witnesses. What? It would appear that a rather important detail has escaped your attention, Mr. Reaper. Yep, it was paused. That's fair. Oh, there you go. Usually sorry. My lord, requesting your lordship's permission to interrupt the cross-examination. Thank you, officer. Very well, the cross-examination is hereby temporarily suspended. I presume we have no objection, counsel? No, my lord. So nobody can say anything then. If you're not asked to resume his cross-examination of Mr. Graydon, the court is obliged to allow it. Ah, this is absurd. So animated. Everybody's so animated in Ace Attorney. I would remind those present that this is my courtroom. I concur that the defense is entirely within its rights to request the continuation of the cross-examination. However, I will not permit any unremitting... Excuse me, wow, I can't talk. Oh, getting a phone call. Rings. go. Sorry about that. I had to step away for a second. Okay. Bottle top, let's do it. Alright. However, I will not permit any unremitting protection of these proceedings. Therefore, I have decided to afford the defense one final opportunity in concluding the cross-examination. Counsel, you must choose but one statement from the witness's testimony, and but one piece of evidence to present in support of your argument against it. A single chance to present evidence? Man, I'm screwed. If, following that, the situation remains unchanged, I shall move to adjudication. Is that clear, counsels? You will not press the witness any further. My lord. Yes, my lord. A single statement and a single piece of evidence. Most generous. Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, it's high time I fell in a dead faint. I leave this in your capable hands. Mr. Holmes! Easy, Mr. Sholmes. It's just oh, he's doing the most, bro. I love it. I stand so I'm sorry, I never heard of this word before. Succinctly or succinctly, insouciant, okay. Showing a casual lack of concern, indifferent. I see. I have never heard of this word before, I'm not gonna lie. I'm learning so much today. I'm learning so much. I love that, bro. I love that so much. There was this meme I saw, and it had Freestyle 3 by Ken Carson in the back, the beat for it, but it was the South Park intro, and oh my goodness, did it fry me. Oh man, I've been laughing at it the whole day. Oh my goodness, okay. Well, let's continue then. To stand so insouciantly before the... Insouciantly. Yeah, insouciantly. Yeah, before the courts in a state of such a high fever. Either the man has extraordinary strength of mind, or an extraordinary lack of feeling. I imagine he's feeling very little now. The detective is sleeping soundly in one of the antechambers. Strike a man when he's down, why don't you? You bum. Well then, counsel, are you fully prepared? Come on, smack your face. Oh no, he didn't do it. Yes. One statement, one piece of evidence. I will let Mr. Sholmes down, or Iris. And I won't waste this final chance that Suzuto-san has given me. It's gonna decide the entire outcome of the trial. Very well then, under the terms I have outlined, you may resume the cross-examination. Whoa, yo.
Objection.
Hold on, wait, I didn't mean to press that. I'm gonna press G. Where, okay, hold on. Mr. Graydon, I take issue with you. No, my learned friend. I take issue with you. Oops. His lordship made it very clear that the defense is permitted to present only a single piece of evidence. The prosecution demands a stern punishment for any mischief used to make more of this cross-examination. Indeed, just desserts, counsel. Just Just desserts, counsel. Just desserts. Oh. You do that mistress on your face for now. You do those just desserts on my face twice. Alright, can only present one single piece of evidence. I need to think about this carefully. Alright, so... you're not probably gonna believe me, but that really was a bit simple. I didn't mean to press that. Anyway, naruhodo na. Oof, those vicious teeth look like they could rip through almost anything. They're good, aren't they? They're made of special... Excuse me, wow. My goodness, okay, let me chill out. About to throw up for a second. They're good, aren't they? They're made of special alloy I developed just for this job. The cutter rotates 10 times per second so I can get through any kind of door in no time at all. And what are those two parts at the top there? Oh, those are for attaching the hinges to the section of the door that gets cut out. Right. Of course. Nothing can match this machine for power. It can make a mint speed of even the toughest doors. Sounds so charming and friendly when you say what it's for, but... feels like the reality of the Cat Flapperman is that it's a grim weapon of door destruction. Wagahai's still adorable, there's nothing I want to do for him. Even developing deadly weapons. Okay. So the thing is, right? Like, it has to be, like, not this one. Okay, so let's look at... let's get the picture. Wait a second. Yeah, no, it's not there. That is not okay. Huh. Yeah, it wasn't there. And now it is. Yeah, but I say, wait a second, hold on. that ain't right. Something ain't right there, boy. Wait a second. Okay, this is difficult because I gotta know which one. Like, it could be this one. It could be this one. And it could be this one. And it could be this one. Literally all four of these could be one of them. I think it's this one though. I think it's this one. Or this one. I think it's this one though. Let me save that. Let me save just to be sure. Naruhodo na. Because I don't want to waste time. Yep, I was right. Okay, I was right. Alright, Mr. Graydon. It's time for you to get touched.
Objection!
There you go, I was right. What on earth is that eccentric contraption console? Oh, it's my cat flapper-mat, my lord. It makes a way for cats to get in and out of a room. It can cut through any door you can think of. And make a little door in the middle of it. That's right, my lord. It's a device for creating so-called cat flaps. He's so smug. Oh, whoa, what are you doing, bro? There you go. All my napkins. I have a napkin for every situation. I'm sure we can all work that up. No. I was still talking. Small doors for cats to come and go as they please, without their owners having to open the main door. I'm sure we can all work that out for ourselves. But that cat lover's convenience has no possible relevance to this case. Ooh, wait, no, that's not the accent. It's not the accent, sorry. But that cat lover's contrivance, I didn't even say it right. But that cat lover's contrivance has no possible relevance to this case. Oh, really? Of course it doesn't. Let's start with, there was no cat flap in the pawnbroker's door. Not being a keeper of cats myself, I'm afraid I fail to see what this has to do with the matter at hand. Perhaps it would help if I described its function another way. This contraption is able to create a peephole in any door you can imagine in practically no time at all. I beg your pardon? A peephole, you say? 2 nights ago. We arrived at the scene only minutes after the murder of Mr. Wenderbank had taken place. That's right. According to the paperwork at the yard, it was you, your Japanese assistant, and Sholmes. Yes, the 3 of us were together. And it's recently come to my attention that my assistant made use of this device at the time. Your assistant did what? There was a peephole in the storeroom door. I can attest to that. Because I looked through the peephole myself in order to see inside the locked storeroom. This is ludicrous. What are you trying to say? Of course there was a peephole in the door. I said as much in my testimony. How else could I have witnessed the crime, for pity's sake? You're not getting it, aren't you? Yes. How could you? What? Counsel, can't you say what you mean? Enough of this cryptic nonsense. Alright, it's time. Time to strike the final blow. What I mean is this, my lord. My sister made the peephole in the storeroom, and until such time as she did, the door had no hole in it. Wow, I butchered that. And the door had no hole in it to look through. What? Oh, you bot.
Objection!
This is a farce. Are you really suggesting that the peephole in the door was... Yes. It was created only after the incident had taken place by my judicial assistant using this device. Your assistant tampered with the crime scene whilst being fully aware of the gravity of her actions. That's the most serious act of vandalism, for which I humbly apologize, my lord. It was in a few minutes that I left the scene in order to pursue the Skulkin brothers and alert the police. Nevertheless, in light of this new information, it becomes apparent that Mr. Graydon's testimony is riddled with holes. Riddled with? Explain yourself, counsel. The majority of Mr. Graydon's testimony that appears to incriminate the defendant is based upon what he witnessed through the peephole in the storeroom door. Yes, that filthy girl shooting the man in the back. However, if at the time of the incident, that peephole did not exist yet in the door, there's no possible way that you could have seen what you claim to have seen. In short, your entire testimony is a pack of lies. He's so hard, bro. Order. Is there any credence in this revelation?
Objection!
None whatsoever, as my learned friend must surely realize. Exactly. Some cheap trick designed to discredit me. I'm afraid not, sir. Of course it is. How do you seriously expect people to believe that a plaything can cut through a solid wooden door? Oh yes, I said to be very powerful. He can cut through even the toughest of doors. That's absurd! I don't believe it for a single second. I had a feeling you'd say that. What? Waki, kui, time for dinner. What are you doing here? Meow. Well, young lady, this is the Old Bailey. When does that make a cat flap in the oak paneling in the Old Bailey? I'm not done yet. Don't worry. This doesn't mean that the people in the storeroom door at Windenbanks is made by your machine. There's no way you can prove that it was. No, but it's easy. What? The cat flaps my cat flap-o-matic creates are all of a fixed size. The dimensions of the people at Windenbanks are an exact match. Old Silky's lost for words. Excellent work, Iris. Thank you. And now it's my learned student's friend's turn to be lost for words, I feel. I believe your judicial assistant has already left the country for your Eastern Island homeland. Well, yes, that's true. You may have some difficulty in establishing all the facts. For the sake of your argument, let us assume the people has the dimensions that are a perfect fit for this contraption. In that case, when was the people cut? The prosecution demands proof of your answer. What's the purpose of your line of inquiry, Lord Van Zieks? It's very simple, my lord. The defense argues that the peephole was created after the incident using this device. But now that the perpetrator has returned to her native island, native land, she cannot testify to the fact. There is no proof. I will kill you. I've been sent here to destroy you. And for as long as the defense remains unable to prove when the peephole was made, that's crazy. Josh Giddey was on the Thunder. That's insane to think about. Like, he was really there. If for as long as the defense remains unable to prove when the peephole was made, my learned friend's claim amounts to nothing more than a baseless accusation. I can prove that. I can prove it. Indeed, that is so, Lord Van Zieks. Well, counsel. Duh. Don't give up now, Runo. This is the time to create your own opening and force your way through. I don't know if I can do this, but I do know one thing. Suzuto-san is the greatest judicial assistant in the world. Very well. The counsel for the defense will present evidence to support the claim made. Proof that the peephole in the door of Windenbank's storeroom was created after the event and not before. You're not gonna believe this. There you go. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, so my evidence, my line of thinking is this, right? It's this picture right here. Because, like, between 1 and 1:30. Like, this will be the way that I presume it to be. I think it's this one.
Take that!
Is it this one? I think I got it wrong.
Objection!
Yeah. I got it wrong. So if it wasn't that one, was it the other picture then, because that one only shows after. It doesn't show before, so it doesn't show like how long it's been there.
Take that!
Okay, it was the one before. That makes sense. What are you? A print for the detective's infernal cameras again. My judicial assistant, Miss Suzuto Mikotoba, is an extremely intelligent and capable woman. She is a teenager. I wouldn't say she's a woman. Which is why I never had any cause to doubt that she would have considered this scenario and made sure I had necessary proof. The necessary proof is this photographic print, counsel. This print shows the scene in the shop moments after the defendant entered the premises. Agreed. And it also shows the accused mercilessly wielded a gun in the direction of the defense's broker. But more to the point. It pictures the storeroom door in the background. Let me see the print again. I don't believe it. This is quite remarkable. The door to the storeroom is completely devoid of a peephole of any description. Mr. Graydon, you can impossibly have witnessed the crime as you claim to have done, because at the time it happened, there was no peephole in the door. Duh. In other words, your testimony is a catalog of lies. Order! 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 I'm satisfied with the defense. I am satisfied that the defense has substantiated its claim beyond all reasonable doubt. This witness's testimony was entirely fallacious. It's not the only thing we know beyond all reasonable doubt. My learned friend's assistant's guilt can no longer be denied. The woman tampered with the crime scene. But more importantly, good lord, there's more, Lord Van Zeeks? The defense may have established a reprehensible instance of perjury, but that is no proof that this man is the victim's killer. Yes, that's right. What? It was there, at the scene. I was there, at the scene, it's true. And I was shot in the arm. It's true. But that's all. Yes, in fact, if you look at the circumstances, I am the victim here. Oh, please. I don't believe this. But they're right. As it stands now, I don't have any definitive proof that he's the culprit. Still, he can work his way out of this one. Out of it now. Iris? You know what they say. There's no point locking the cat's door after the cat is bolted. That was cute. That was really cute. I love that animation. That was so cool. I don't know, bro. They got AI schlop Sherlock Holmes games on the App Store. Get this out of my sight. AI schlop top, bro. First I drop my top, hey, then I sort of cool, yeah. And all these bands, yeah. Hold up, are you? First I drop my top, yeah. And I sort of cool, yeah. Counting all these bands, hey. Hold up, are you? Sometimes fear of God, hey. Sometimes fear of Mo, hey. Years ago. Now that is crazy. She's been doing this for a minute. Sorry about that. Isn't that right, Bruno? As Hurley always says, one lie begets another. No, wait. Might have been a line I wrote for him in one of his stories. Well, no matter who said it first, you're right. Mr. Graydon, you're a pedophile, aren't you? What are you gonna do? You gonna groom me next? Oh man, that video. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that video. It's Naruto dub, like original Naruto. It's him talking to Salbus. That video is so funny, bro. Talking about it's a pedophile. What are you gonna do? You gonna groom me next? Like, bro, oh, I can't. It's so funny. Oh, I'm gonna have to watch that video by the end of this, man. It's too funny. Too funny. Oh. Okay. Mr. Graydon, not only did you give false testimony to the court, but the lies you told make no sense. Make no sense? What do you mean by such a remark? What you said in your testimony reveals that you know something you shouldn't have known. In other words, there's a fundamental inconsistency in your statements. What?
Objection!
This is provocative talk, counsel. Won't you enlighten the court? Explain this alleged inconsistency. Iris is right. One lie begets another. The inconsistency was revealed by the lies in the witnesses' statements. They show that Mr. Graydon had knowledge of something he shouldn't have known anything about. Namely, the third gun, the peephole, the bloodstains on the coat. I think it was the bloodstains on the coat, because like the peephole... Well, no, actually. I think the bloodstains will be pretty, because he put on the coat. That's not impossible. The third gun was probably his. Maybe it was the people, actually. He should have known about the people in the first place, because if he was gone by that point, how did he know it was there? Right? Because this still showed up after they shot him. So, how did he know? Yeah. Okay. I think it was this one. The people. The point is not that you lie in your testimony, Mr. Graydon. It's the nature of the lie you concocted that is so revealing. You're not making any sense. Then let me ask you a simple question. How is it, Mr. Graydon, that you knew of the existence of the peephole in the storeroom door? What? Well, obviously, Has the cat got your tongue, witness? The peephole in the door was made after the incident occurred. And once I returned to the shop, having failed to catch the two burglars, Scotland Yard's investigators arrived immediately. Since that time, the police have been at Windibanks constantly, carrying out their investigation. Isn't that right, Inspector Gregson? Well, yes, of course. The place is chock full of pawned articles and my lads have to thoroughly examine them all. So I give the order to have officers walking around the clock in shifts till we can get through all of it. Or get through it all. And consequently, there's no way that you, Mr. Graydon, could have gained access to the shop. Therefore, you should have known nothing about the peephole in the storeroom door. So the fact that its existence forms the basis of your testimony is completely inexplicable.
Objection!
You can't object this one, buddy. And yet, the fact remains that Mr. Graydon did maintain that he witnessed the crime take place through this peephole in the door. How on earth is that possible? Could I have a word, please, Lord Van Zooks? Speak, Inspector. It's just that I really ought to be getting back to the station now to put in my report. There's really nothing more I can add to this testimony, so if that's all the same to you... Yeah, Nah, I'm sick. Oh my gosh. Oh, buddy. Permission denied. Oh. It's not all the same to me, Inspector. Not at all. You will remain exactly where you are until this trial concludes. Of course, sir. Mr. Graydon. You shouldn't have known about the existence of that peephole. Which can only mean that you must have been informed about it by somebody else.
Objection!
Stop there, my learned friend. You realize, I trust, that the words you just uttered have extremely serious complications or implications. Yes, the defense believes in the details about the case that Mr. Graydon claims to have seen. It must have been revealed to him by a certain person before his testimony. And in fact, considering a particular clue we have, there's only one person that it could be. Who is the person in question, counsel? Who gave this witness details of the crime scene to facilitate his false testimony? Okay, so truthfully, right? The only person that it can be is Gregson. Because the old Tweedledee and Tweedledum over here weren't there for that. They left. So it doesn't make any sense. Okay, sorry, I just got a message. Alright, so check it out, right? These two weren't there. You two don't matter. You were there. Of course, you're the accused. Well, you're the accused. You're the defendant right now. Well, no, you're the defendant. You're the accused. You're the victim, and you three don't matter. So, had to be Gregson.
Take that!
Had to have been Gregson. There's no way. Yeah, legit, it could have only been Gregson. The truth is, it can only have been you, Inspector Gregson. Me?
Objection!
You had better have some proof to substantiate such a rash claim, my learned friend. Consider the fact that we have only been aware of Mr. Ashley Graydon's identity for the last few hours. We learned of it during the course of the trial today. Indeed, preparations for his testimony were made with great urgency during our hour-long recess, where the police executed the subpoena and brought the man here from the communications station. And until that time, Mr. Graydon would have had no idea, no inkling, that he would suddenly be required to appear in court. Are you suggesting that until such time as he was summoned? Yes, my lord. There you go. Greatest attorney. Let me see. Ooh, I don't think I'm anywhere near close to done, actually. Let me see. Yes, my lord. Until then, it's reasonable to assume he knew nothing of the peephole. It was only once Mr. Graydon was in a stand that he realized his position, that he would have to defend himself against the accusation that he was the third intruder. You're suggesting to the court that it was while this trial was in progress that he received the information so that he could commit perjury in order to save his skin. Exactly. The only person with knowledge of the investigation that he had any contact with is you, Inspector Gregson. This is a bloomin' outrageous. What would I be giving away? Details of our investigations to this fella, eh? I was summoned to his lordship's chambers during the recess in any case. Have you forgotten? Quite true. I had a number of questions regarding the events that transpired at the pawnbrokery. Which means the first time these two laid eyes on one another was proceedings after the proceedings resumed following the recess. Since then, they've been in full view in the stand, where such illicit discussions couldn't have possibly occurred. No, that's not true. They did. Ooh, I just remembered something weird now. What is it, Iris? There was one time before, wasn't there? I think it was when Jeannie was testifying. Oh yes, now that you mention it. When the bailiff was dispatched to retrieve McGilded's music box from the scene of the crime. That's it! It was during that testimony. See? When they were talking, that was it. I remember finding it rather strange. Mr. Graydon and the inspector seemed to be having some kind of secret discussion. And nobody said anything. Over here talking about there was no possible time to do it. We saw it. We saw it. Would have been possible for you to give Mr. Graydon the information he needed then. You little toe rug. You making all this soap. I'm a respectable Scotland Yard inspector, for crying out loud. Why would I do something like that? Would I be giving away confidential details to the likes of this bloke? Admittedly, you wouldn't have had any reason to do something like that for no gain. But perhaps it was part of a deal of some kind. Then it starts to make more sense. What deal, Counsel? I wonder if perhaps, in exchange for details about the people at the crime scene, Mr. Graydon agreed to give a certain something to the inspector. I'm sure I need not remind you, Inspector, that, if found to be true, striking a deal of any kind with the witness would be considered a gross cause. Oh, wow, excuse me, a gross case of malfeasance. Oh, excuse me, of malfeasance.
Objection!
Well, it's becoming clear that jumping in with accusations is this Nipponese student's specialty. I don't do that. That's not me. But with the stakes so high, the prosecution is not prepared to listen to baseless charges. It is incumbent on the defense now to present evidence in support of this diabolical claim. Evidence? Just what are you proposing that the inspector demanded of the witness in return? The court must see proof of this alleged deal. It's the second disc. It's the second disc. Because, like, what else would it be, right? And Inspector Gregson really did strike a deal with Mr. Graydon. Then, logically, there's only one thing he could have asked for. That must be it. Bruno, do you think it could be? Yes. It's the missing link that would join all the dots together in this puzzle. I must press you for an answer now, Counsel. What evidence explains the nature of the alleged deal that Inspector Gregson made with the witness? Okay, well, the only thing that it could be is either the disc or the small music box. I imagine it's a small music box. So, let me save just to be sure.
Take that!
Yep, there you go. There was the music box. Inspector Gregson. Besides his murder, Is it not true that you've been working on another very important case? What are you getting at now, Sunshine? Is it possible that this other top secret case is what's alluded to in this newspaper article here? The classified secrets being leaked overseas for the Ministry of Justice. How the bleeding Nora could you? We discovered during the course of this trial the music box deposited at Windenbanks by Magnus McGilded. A special music box designed to play 2 discs at once. It would seem very likely now that encoded on the pair of discs that were in McGilded's possession are the lead classified secrets. So I put it to you, Inspector, that in order to recover the second of the discs containing those secrets, you covertly made a deal with Mr. Graydon in which you exchanged the discs for details of the case. You little... Ugh! Order! On the day of the incident, when we met you at Windenbanks, you said this. I'll be taking out whatever it is on McGilded's down to the yard, thank you very much. So hand it over. No, don't give it to him. He's mine, that is mine. I'm sorry, miss, but anything belonging to McGilded has to be taken as evidence now. Music is so good, man. Oh my gosh, it's so good. it's insane. Scotland Yard already knew that at the time, isn't that right? That Magnus McGilded was involved in the stealing of government secrets. My orders were: recover the medium used to convey the secrecy from the ministry, and do it on a QT, strictly hush-hush. And that explains why, when I presented this disc as evidence to the court, you objected so heavily, I presume. Because you knew that it contained highly confidential information. Blimey, not likely. I mean, I wasn't that sure of it myself. I realized there was a possibility, that's all. Inspector, surely you're not saying that in order to acquire the second of these music box discs, you did indeed reveal confidential details of the crime scene to the witness. You aid and abet this man in giving false testimony? There's no other way that Mr. Graydon could have known of the existence of the peephole. And it's the only explanation. A deal was struck between these 2 men. Yo, Case 5 is so good, man. Oh my gosh. I love, like, granted, Case 3 I think is still the best case in this game, but oh my goodness, is Case 5 so good. Like, oh man. It's ball. It's ball, bro. It's ball knowledge. If I stress, if this sobering assertion turns out to be founded in truth, it would mean that the second disc is as we speak, here in this very courtroom. Wait, what? In this room? How could you possibly make a claim like that? Because Inspector Gregson is a Scotland Yard detective. What? What's that supposed to mean, eh? As a seasoned policeman, the inspector would have approached this alleged deal with caution. Certainly, he would not have accepted a gentleman's agreement in this matter. No, he would have insisted on having the article agreed upon in his palm of his hand. Good gracious! Do you mean to say? Seriously, sorry, these 2 haven't said a word. I don't know why they're still here. Inspector Gregson already has the item in question. Or, excuse me, wrong person. Inspector Gregson already has the item in question in his possession. He has the second disc actually on his person.
Yes!
I concur. The defense demands that the inspector is searched at once. Definitely. They could only have struck a deal with each other when Jeannie was testifying before. And Grexy hasn't moved from the witness stand since. My lord, please, and order an examination of his personal effects immediately. Well, Inspector. This young lad must have toned down his imagination. He's insulted me, and my profession quite enough. However, I'm going to put this matter to bed and dispel any doubts about my involvement. Don't help me submit to a body search. What? He's going to agree to it? I presume you're aware of the premises on which you now teeter, my learned student friend. You made a most serious allegation against Scotland Yard here. If following the search of the inspector's personal effects, no disc is found, you will be deemed unfit for court service. This trial will end, and my country's government will formally demand of yours that you are severely reprimanded. But I'm like the greatest to ever do it, so I'm not a bum. That sounds serious. Indeed. To have a visiting student make such defamatory remarks about our country's most senior police force is not something Her Majesty's government will be able to overlook. You're just threatening Bruno because you're scared. The accusation is beyond serious. You must be prepared for grave consequences. It's true. I can't imagine Gregson would have accepted a gentleman's agreement for something so critical. The disc must have physically changed hands, which means the inspector should have it. But somehow, sometimes I feel quite right here. Very well then, counsel. You know the implications, so let me ask you one final time. Yes, my lord. Do you still persist in formally requesting the search of the inspector's personal effects? I actually don't know. I actually don't know what this one would be. I really don't. Like, I'm gonna say it again because I'm scared. But I want you all to know, by the way. Almost all these save slots are case 5. Cause like, it feels like it would be this one, right? Cause like, let me see. Oh, I know. I know. Okay, I know what it is. Yes, the defense formally demands the search be conducted. Well, don't say you weren't warned. Your typical Nibanese stubbornness may well land you in hot water this time. Perhaps the lesson will do you some good. Fair enough. I got nothing to hide. Very well then. Bailiff, conduct a search of the inspector's person. This could very well be wrong, right? This could very well be wrong, but I think I have an idea here. And if it's wrong, whatever, but I think I have an idea. And I actually don't remember if this is true, but I remember a scene, so I think I have an idea. Bailiff, conduct a search of the inspector's personal effects, please. The defense demands a search, but not of Inspector Gregson. What? Now what's all this? I'm the one you're accusing, odds are. I thought you wanted to search me. No, sir. No, Inspector. Not you. Somebody else. What's the meaning of all this, eh? Lost it at last, have you, sunshine? The court shouldn't have to put up with this nonsense. You're being completely irrational. Be quiet, all of you. Oh, never mind, it was her. Yeah, shout out Iris, bro. Be quiet, all of you. Bruno's doing what you all told him to do, having the courage of his convictions. So you should respect that and listen to what he has to say in good faith. Because that's the British way. Well said, young lady. Indeed, this court is in awe of the defense counsel's conviction and eagerly awaits his next words. You what? Don't be hasty now, my lord. If I'm not mistaken about the things I've seen in court today, I'm fairly sure that I know who has the disc at the moment. It's only one person it can be. Counsel, of whom do you request this search now? So I know the answer. You know what? Nah. I'm so confident in it, I don't even want to save. I know who it is. It's you.
Take that!
See? Of my lord, Mr. Nash Skulkin. Well, I never. Blimey? Me? Him? Very well then, bailiff. Restrain the witness and conduct a thorough search of his personal effects.
Hold it!
Please, my lord. Inspector? Scotland Yard, has to object to this search.
Objection!
Denied. Unfortunately for you, Inspector, your objections carry no weight here. In this courtroom, only the prosecution and the defense have the authority to object. Yeah. But Lord Van Zieks, I have no idea what forces are in play that might influence your actions. But personally, I have no intention of obstructing the course of this trial. Bailiff, carry out the search. Now hold on a moment. I don't know nothing. Nothing about no disc. Cut it out! Here, my lord. In the witness's pocket, I found this. Good lord, that's another music box disc. I know nothing about it. Nothing. That's the second music box disc left behind by Magnus McGilded. Is it not, Inspector Gregson? He's so tough. His aura so clean. Order, Mr. Skulkin. What have you say for yourself? No, wait, sorry, messed up. Mr. Skulkin, what have you to say for yourself? Nothing really. I don't know what's going on, bruh. Yeah, okay, so I was right. Gordon Bennett, I mean, just Gordon Flaming Bennett. I swear I didn't know nothing about that disc. Honest to God. Counsel, would you please explain what exactly is going on here? The alleged deal that was struck was between this witness and this detective, no? Without question, my lord. And for pity's sake, why on earth was this man in possession of the disc that the inspector traded for information? Inspector Gretchen is a shrewd, calculating man who rarely loses his composure. But at one particular point in his trial, he exhibited some unusual behavior for a brief moment. I don't recall what unusual behavior. It was, yes, during my cross-examination of Mr. Graydon. Tell me, Mr. Graydon, when you left the pawnbrokery that night, was it by any chance with the second disc in your jacket pocket? I admit to nothing of the sort. Hold on, let me close my window. It's pretty cold. While Mr. Graydon answered my questions, the inspector appeared to have grabbed Nash skulking by his coat and was shaking him violently. Yeah, he did it all. Thought my knuckle was gonna fall clean off, I did. I was wishing I'd be born as my brother, I was. And what exactly happened to make the detective attack you like that? I ain't got a clue. He just suddenly turned and grabbed me whistle like that and started shaking me. Why the blazes did you measure the third gun when we got down to the station? That's what he said. You did right down my ear hole, he did. My head's still throbbing now. The way the detective behaved then was extremely out of character. But looking back now, must have been then that he did it. That was the opportunity Inspector Gregson created for himself in order to hide the disc. Well, bless my wig, he hid it. You. But I'm afraid I fail to comprehend the motive here. If the detective had acquired the disc he was after, why on earth would he then proceed to hide it in another man's pocket? It's a court of law. He could have submitted the item as evidence. It would appear, my lord, that the inspector was not at liberty to do that. Why ever not? As the man himself revealed earlier, his current assignment has some special conditions. My orders were recover the medium used to convey the secrets leaked from the ministry. And to do it on a QT, strictly hush-hush. Going for almost 2 hours, okay. Hush-hush, a top-secret assignment, is it? As far as we are aware, the information stolen comes across the confidential government communications. It would seem that if the information were to be revealed in court as evidence, it would be problematic. Does that sum up the situation, Inspector? But the long and short of it here, I'm operating under direct orders from the ministry. I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to answer that question. So, realizing there was a chance that you may be searched here in court, you took steps to hide the disc you had acquired from the witness. Does this mean he only pretended to attack Mr. Skulker in order to get close enough to him to slip the second disc into his pocket? So it was all a pretense. Well now, Inspector Gregson, and you, Mr. Graydon, are you prepared to admit to the accusation made against you of this alleged deal? Admit to it. Yours truly, please. Mr. Graydon. Clearly our Eastern visitor has an uncommonly active imagination. However, there is no proof that I passed the disc to the inspector.
Objection.
But then, how do you explain the reason why you knew about the peephole? I'm under no obligation to explain. What? Yes, I lied in my testimony. That I admit. So sentence me accordingly. But this is all I admit. Murder, leaking government secrets, striking a deal with a detective. All of it is this young Eastern man's fancy. I have no idea what any of that is about. You. What? What about you then, Inspector Gregson? Do you admit to making a deal with Mr. Graydon in order to acquire the disc? Ladies and gents of the jury, as a scholarly yard inspector, I will declare this and nothing more. I am acting in the best interest of the country. Whatever I've done, it's been in the name of justice. So, as members of the public of this fine country, I'd like to think that justice will be your guiding light when you're making your decisions. This is quite a conjury indeed. Rarely have I ever encountered such extraordinary tumultuousness in the concluding of a trial. Nevertheless, in the absence of any further evidence to be presented, I believe it is time that we put the matter to the jury for their final readings. Well now, as a fellow servant of Queen and country, I must sympathize with the old inspector. Huh? Oh, another phone call. Yes, he is a dependable man, I'm quite sure. In services, one becomes a good judge of character. Even crossing your eyes doesn't help when it comes to looking at this case. It's all blurred to me. Well, as a fellow professional, I like to put my faith in a detective, really. Graydon is highly skilled operator. Stop. Currently your presence is vital. Stop. She's blushing. Detective has very much trust in us. More than this, I cannot say. I don't believe it. These 6 jurors are... They're gonna believe Gregson! If they declare the decision now, is she going to be found guilty? If I don't manage to produce some definitive evidence right now, then we're gonna lose. Are there some proof that Graydon killed Mr. Winterbank, or stole the government's secrets? Or some evidence to force Gregson into admitting that he struck a deal with the witness? Well then, counsel. I think it's time I imposed on the jurors to declare their final decisions, no? That is, unless you have some compelling evidence you have thus far not presented in a court. If I let the judge call the jurors to announce their leanings, Gino will be found guilty. So there's no choice then, Bruno. You have to throw some more evidence at them. This is it now. It all comes down to this. Who do I present the evidence against? Gregson or Graydon? Now, this is difficult. I don't feel like Gregson would really be the type to budge, because even if I did, I don't know what I would present to him. Like, really... I don't know. I legit don't know. Let me see. What would they say it and why? Huh. Not what I was expecting, but okay. I guess it's Inspector Gregson. I wonder why. Inspector Gregson. There's one final piece of evidence I would like you to see. What's that then? If you refuse to acknowledge that you did in fact strike a deal with the witness here today, then you leave us no choice but to examine this piece of evidence thoroughly. Well, go on. It's my last chance. Is I'm gonna have to force his hand here. One final piece of evidence to get this detective to admit to the deal he clearly struck with Graydon.
Take that!
I wouldn't have guessed this actually. Is that Mr. McGilda's particular music box console? Yes, with the Discardian in place ready to play. I think perhaps now there'll be a good time to listen to the sound produced by the music box again. Only this time, with the second disc we just discovered set in place as well. Goodness, this disc console. No, wait! I can't let you do that! Why not? Because, because it's got nothing to do with this case. That's why. Not true, Inspector. The defense has already proposed. The sounds heard by the court earlier from this music box were part of a Morse code message. We know that Morse code comprises of two distinct tones. The defense believes that the second disc contains the second tone needed to complete the message. And now we have a chance to confirm that theory. For crying out loud, sunshine, we're talking about state secrets here. If you go letting the cold courtroom hear confidential information like that, it's treason. I'm not a member of this country, big dog. And do you admit to the charge that in order to protect those state secrets, you engaged in unlawful dealings with the witness? You're mad. If you let that secret information out to the public domain, you've been making an enemy of the entire British government, you idiot. Let's not forget, Inspector, that you, a Scotland Yard officer, needs confidential case details to a witness. Then that you continue to lie to the court, and all because, by fair means or foul, you determined to do your duty. Well, by fair means or foul, I'm prepared to do mine. Don't you dare. I will stop at nothing to protect my client. I don't care who I make an enemy of. I remember this scene. Yo. They can never test his gangster, bro. He's such a thug. Yo. My lord, if you please. The court must hear the sounds made by that music box. Come on, Van Zeeks. For Pete's sake, stop him!
Objection!
Inspector, you should know my methods by now. I am a prosecutor. I am no Scotland Yard puppet. In this courtroom, my duty is to the law. So let me propose a toast to uncovering the truth by fair means or foul. Yeah. So by fair means or foul, I will find the truth. Yo. Yo, they can't say he's not about it, man. Oh my gosh. I love this scene so much for Naruhodo because it really shows how much progress he's made, man. Like, really, this is the same kid who, what's it called, at the start of the game was a nervous wreck. And now we see him literally on the cusp of making an enemy of Great Britain. Oh my god. He's so raw. He's so raw. Yo. Hold on, I gotta read that again. I'm sorry. I gotta read that again. Where is it? Where is it? Let us not forget, Inspector, that you, a Scotland Yard officer, leak confidential case details to a witness, that you continue to lie to the court, and all because, by fair means or foul, you determined to do your duty. Well, by fair means or foul, I'll prepare to do mine. I will stop at nothing to protect my client. I don't care who I make an enemy. He's such a thug, bro. Oh my gosh. Very well. The defense's stance here, and that to the prosecution have been made very clear, I feel. Therefore, in accordance with the defense's request, the court will now listen as this music box is set in operation once more. Yo, Case 5 is amazing, bro. This time, with the second disc in place, and both discs playing simultaneously. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Case 5 might be better than Case 3. It's so good. Oh, listen to that. It's unmistakable now. It's Morse code. Oh, I admit it. Whatever you want, but for the love of God, shut the blooming box up! Yo. Oh my gosh, Naruto. Oh, I love this game so much, man. It's so good. Let me ask you again, then, Inspector. Did you, or did you not, strike a deal with the witness next to you in the stand, Mr. Ashley Graydon? Specifically, did you furnish the witness with the confidential case details in exchange for this music box disc? Did you reveal the existence of the peephole in the pawnbroker's storeroom door, Inspector? I did. Stop! What are you doing, man? It's all exactly like the young Eastern lawyer said. When the trial resumed after the recess, and we stood here and stand together, that's when he approached me with a deal. Shut up, you imbecile! Shut up! Psh, you there. You're the detective who turned up at the pawnbrokery the other day, aren't you? I may have something you're looking for, Inspector. With me at this very moment. So how about a trade? I suggest you accept. More information that makes certain individuals uncomfortable will soon become very public indeed. I couldn't let that information become public knowledge, not under any circumstances. So I accepted the man's proposal and told him details about the case that should put him in the clear. The peephole in the storeroom door and the bloodstains on the overcoat. By giving false testimony, this witness intended to have the defendant wrongly accused of murder. Inspector, you knew that. And you still revealed those details to facilitate the witness's perjury. I did. But then it turned out that the peephole had only been made that night, after the incident took place. Scotland Yard wasn't aware of that, if I'm perfectly honest. Well, Mr. Graydon, what do you have to say for yourself? Oh, there's nothing, and no one left for you to hide behind. You struck a deal with the inspector in order to escape conviction of a very serious crime, namely this. You are the third intruder who broke into the pawnbrokery on the night in question. And you perpetrated the murder of the proprietor, Mr. Pop Windabank. You. You traitor! Bailiff! Bailiff! Restrain the man! At once! That's it then. It's all over. I despised my life growing up. Those slums are vile places. I was cursed from birth, born into poverty, a son of a penniless artisan. My parents did nothing but quarrel all day long. What little money they had was never spent on me. So I set about studying to better myself, to one day escape from that hellhole. And you eventually became a communications officer. I admire your determination. But yet then you decided to try to sell government secrets. Why? Isn't it obvious? Because I wanted money. Even now, years later, nightmares of my life in the slums wake me in the small hours. I wanted to drown them out, with more money than anyone who lived in that squalor could ever imagine. Then one day, I met him. Mr. Magnus McGilded. You're a fiend with a queer talent, so you are. I have money to throw your way if you're interested. All you need to do is go along with me a little plan, over my little plan now. I was to steal the ministry's telegraphic message logs. And McGilded would buy them for a handsome sum. Yeah, there was no way I was going to finish this last night. It was already 12 when I finished. I've been doing this for almost 2.5 hours now. There was no way I was going to finish this. Not at all. As I was responsible for inspections of the ministry's communications office, it was a simple enough task. The lure of the devil's offerings. How easy it is to succumb. But you must surely have realized the seriousness of the crime you were committing. And for that reason, I took great lengths to ensure that my actions were untraceable. By using the music box. My father was a brickmaker, though my mother divorced him when I was still a child. Yes, Mr. Mason Milverton. That's right. He was very skilled with his hands. He'd once been a music box maker's apprentice. I imagined his skills would be sufficient to create a machine that could generate Morse code. So I sought out my father again, to employ his services. It was the first time since I'd seen him, or the first time I'd seen him since I left the slums 10 years earlier. The first time we get to see Mr. Mason Milverton. Now this is difficult because I don't know what voice to give him. I do this for Mr. Milverton. Oh, look at you, Ashley. What a fine judge you've become, eh? He was a different man to the one in my memory. A thin, frail old man. But poverty had never broken him, never corrupted him like it had me. I was sure that he wouldn't help me if I told him the real reason. So I made up a story. I've got some work for you, father. I need some music box discs made. Music box discs, huh? A musician friend of mine has written some music he wants to sell to the public. I brought the score with me. There are 2 actually. I'd be delighted, son. It's been 20 years since I did any work like this now. Fetch me my tools, would you? They're in the loft. That's how I made him make the 2 discs. Thereby splitting the information in 2. You were taking considerable precautions indeed. It was to protect myself as much as anything. It meant that I could deal with McGill did in 2 separate transactions. The first involved the first of 2 discs in the music box for the playing them. I exchanged it with McGill did for 10 guineas. Then on receipt of the second disc, he would pay 1,000 guineas. So what happened on the omnibus 2 months ago? There you go. Was the second part of the deal. The exchange of the second disc. Yes. I sold the man information that way of a number of times already. But it seems he became reluctant to part with his money. But that doesn't quite make sense, Mr. Graydon. For why was it the omnibus 2 months ago? Your father, Mr. Milverton, was the one dealing with Mr. McGilded and not yourself. When I received 1,000 guineas after my first completed dealings with McGilded, I decided to give 200 to my father for his troubles. My father realized something was amiss. In time, he worked out that I must be involved in something dubious. And when he did, he said to me, I don't know what he was like when he was younger, when Ashley was a child, but that's a good man right there. That's a good father. That's a good father. Next time there's an exchange, you let your old man do it, you understand? Otherwise, I won't take your money anymore. That was my father's way of dealing with it, I suppose. Climb into the omnibus, hand over the second disc, and take the money from a gilded. That's it. He had no idea what was actually on the disc I asked him to make. He never knew. Just like I'll never know why everything went so horribly wrong that night. All I know is that the disc was taken from him, and he never returned home. It was only then that I found out what sort of monster McGilded really was. So after 10 years of not once uttering it, I swore on my father's name. To exact revenge. Revenge? His eyes aren't moving. They're blinking, but they're not moving. When you watch the animation, look at it, you'll see. I hate my life and I wanna die. I ain't got no iPhone. Is anyone with even the remotest of Has anyone with even the remotest of knowledge of the man will no doubt be able to imagine? McGilded brought all of his wealth and influence to bear in the most despicable of ways. To crush any semblance of justice in his trial. The crime scene was tampered with, evidence fixed, and witnesses bribed. That trial 2 months ago was a farce from start to finish. My feet had barely touched British soil back then, and I walked into the hornet's nest, completely unaware of the sinister background to it all. I made plenty of money out of my dealings with McGilded back then, so I spared nothing in my arrangements 2 months ago. I know exactly who to hire. If you're willing to pay the price, there are people in the city willing to do anything you ask. McGilded himself had shown me that. Are you saying that? I think you have the picture now. After he twisted everything to his favor in his courtroom to ensure that he walked free, I took matters into my own hands, delivered the justice that monster deserved. That tragic accident following the trial here 2 months ago was planned and executed by yours truly. McGilded's death that day was caused by this man. Everything is ready, sir, if you'd like to follow me into the courtroom. What's this, officer? 'Tis sooner than I was led to believe. Hope it's high inconvenience, sir. There were some changes to the schedule. Well, I must be making tracks now. 'Tis time for inspection. They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself. So that policeman who came to tell McGilded he could examine the omnibus again. That's right, an imposter hired by me. McGilded used his wealth to manipulate the trial. He paid people to adulterate the omnibus with all manner of false evidence. He threatened witnesses to lie in their testimony. So I gave the man a taste of his own medicine. Once the omnibus was doused in a paraffin, one of my sham policemen ushered McGilded inside, and set him on a one-way journey to hell. An eye for an eye. That's how I avenged my father's death. A spine-chilling account indeed. But that wasn't the end of it for me. There was a loose end, you see. A loose end? Yes, I should think it's obvious. The second disc, which my father had taken to exchange with McGilded. Ah, yes. There was indeed no mention of it in the man's trial 2 months ago. Clearly because it had been removed from the scene of the crime. When I realized it was missing, I remembered something. Something from the first time I dealt with McGilded. It's the first of 2 discs, and the music box you need to play them. Well, look at that now. What an ingenious little invention. So then, as promised, 10 guineas for you, young man. What's this? Winterbank's pawnbrokery? Aye, 'tis a pawnbroker's ticket, so it is. You can use it to redeem an article I've deposited there for you. There's no need to give a name. Just hand over the ticket and tell the fiend the watchword. I put the jewel in the pawn for you. It'll fetch a good 10 guineas if you sell it, so it will. I never heard of a pawnbroker being used in quite that way before. Have you not, Mr. Graydon? London's pawnbrokeries are very useful places, you know. Each one is like an extremely secure vault. So I knew that I had taken steps to hide the disc. It would be in the pawnbrokery somewhere. And on the night he killed my father, he must have entrusted that ticket to someone. Yes, to Gina. I remember now that when we first met you at Winterbanks that afternoon 2 days ago, you had a description of Mrs. Stroud's written down. How'd you know who you were looking for? From the trial, the pickpocket's testimony was clearly peculiar. Anyone could see that. I realized immediately that she was another of McGilder's pawns, that he must have threatened her somehow. There you go. I was fairly convinced that it would be her who had the ticket, so I started to make some inquiries. I had a strong suspicion the girl would come out of the woodwork on a redemption deadline. He was absolutely right. And yes, sure enough, she did. All I needed to do was wait until the girl went to Winterbanks to redeem the articles. But unfortunately, she redeemed only McGilder's overcoat and the one disc that was in its pocket. The all-important music box with the second disc inside was missing. But because it had already been forfeited 2 days earlier. But I wasn't aware of this fact. Had I not been, I could have avoided my nighttime excursion. Meanwhile, as our investigation into the stolen government secrets was progressing, we picked up the fact that McGilder was involved. Inspector, you recovered fast? My orders were to recover the stolen information as quickly as possible, so we started gathering the fellas' positions and examining whatever we could lay our hands on. We had a full-scale investigation going on at the yard. We had to keep it as quiet as we could. Then, when the inspector here took the disc from me in the pawnbrokery that day, I became nervous. I was sure the music box and the second disc were still there in the shop somewhere, so I knew that it was a race against time. I had to find those articles before the police did. So that's what prompted you to bring us to the place that same night. With the help of your old friends, the Skulkin brothers. What happened that night in the pawnbrokery, I can only describe as a nightmare. While Nash and Ringo were such an encounter, I located the music box I sold to McGilder on the sales of forfeited articles, and the second disc was inside. Yes, I slipped it into my pocket with a very deep sigh of relief. But then, something entirely unexpected happened. What are you doing in my no. What I be, young lady? What are you doing in my shop? What are you doing in my shop? A gunshot rang out in the shop, and I felt a sharp pain in my left arm. The broker fired his gun, and the bullet pierced your limb. Yes, exactly. But unfortunately, I decided to bring my own gun with me that night, just in case. Before I knew what was happening, I fired back. The man had already turned to flee. I hadn't intended to fire in his direction, much less kill him. But unfortunately for both of us, the bullet hit home. It struck him in the middle of his back as he fled through the storeroom door for refuge. A sorry tale. It all took place in the blink of an eye. Don't imagine Nasharingo even realized what happened at first. I was terrified, so I fled. And that's the whole story. That's everything that happened at Winterberg's on our wretched night. Earlier, you called McGilded a monster. A man who used his wealth and influence to distort the facts and escape justice for the crime of murder. What tragic irony. I know. It really is, but... it's crazy. He became what he sought to destroy. It really is tragic irony. For what you have done is exactly the same. You become the very monster you saw and despised so deeply in McGilded. Yes, I think I have. Sheesh, man. Oh wow, Case 5 is so good. It's so good, like, oh my gosh. Oh wow. Oh my goodness. This game is so good. I can't. It's crazy because you guys are hearing me act like this now. You're not even gonna believe the fact that the second was even better. Like, that's insane. Oh wow. Well, this has been a long and exhausting trial. However, it would seem that at last we arrived at the truth. Inspector Gregson, what of Mr. Ashley Graydon? He's been restrained, my lord, and is being escorted to the yard. He'll be charged with murder of Mr. Winterbank and stealing of government secrets. Very good. And you, Inspector? Regrettably, you will have to face charges yourself. Yes, my lord, of course. It transpires that you were complicit in helping a criminal escape justice. The fact remains, whether or not you were doing so in the line of duty, the crime is a serious one, Inspector, and inexcusable. Now to the defendant, Miss Gino Lestrade. Yeah. It is time for the final adjudication. Is the jury ready, Mr. Foreman? Yes, sir. Get rid of Squadron standing by, sir. As really is it now. We'll cut him up. His name is Soap. The last push. Final call. The finishing whistle. My men are ready to deliver their verdicts. Thank you, Mr. Foreman. Very well, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. You will now declare your final decisions to the court.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Tell him to bring out the whole guilty. Is he not guilty? Huh, that's the stuff. I'm off the hook. Finally, Bruno. You finally managed to do it. Finally is the word. He wasn't sure if he'd come out on top for a while there. Since he was right. The best lawyer in the world. Mrs. Strahd, I'm not finished with you yet. What are you looking at me like that for? Before you start enjoying your freedom, There are certain other crimes to consider. 2 months ago, in my courtroom, no less, you gave false testimony, did you not? And in relation to the trial today, not only did you unlawfully enter Winnebeck's pawnbrokery, you also attempted to abscond with Mr. McGilded's property as well. I never done nothing of the sort. Of course not. Not like you were gleefully wearing McGilded's coat in your cell yesterday or anything. Aw, just when I was getting excited about throwing a party for Jeannie this evening. Returning our attention to the defense, determining that, when played together, the music box disc contained a message in Morse code was... Well, it was certainly a most unexpected revelation, counsel. Quite so, my lord. The prosecution was caught entirely off guard. And in fact, I think we should applaud my learned friend's courage here today. I propose a toast. That wrong voice. Wrong voice, I'm so sorry. In fact, I think we should applaud my learned friend's courage here today. I propose a toast to demanding that the government's secrets be Wow. Can't stand this dude, bro. Oh my gosh. Disseminated before the courtroom today. I really do that. Man, I don't know, shit. Very sorry about that. It's the only way that I can get Inspector Gregson to admit what he done, so. If I may say something on that point, it's not. Oh, if I may say something to that point, it's but the sounds produced by the music box before. I do wonder if that was really Morse code at all. What are you saying, madam? Oh, well, it's just that I'm really rather fanatical when it comes to Morse code, you see. So much so that the whole world seems to be covered in dots and dashes to me, in fact. Goodness, madam. An unhealthy level of obsession one feels. But I must say that in my opinion, the sounds produced by those two discs were nothing more than that. A meaningless series of two different tones. I think that's a typo. Can that really be? It was a Morse code after all? My lord, the defense would like to listen to the music box again. Are you off your nut? How many times do I have to tell you? Those discs contain minstrel, secret sunshine. This courtroom is not an appropriate forum to discuss the nature of government communications. We know McGilded conspired to trade national secrets with our enemies. Secrets acquired from Mr. Graydon. Now that the man has admitted to his crimes, we have no need to pursue the matter further. It's really gonna bother me. Mr. Strahd. Yeah, my lord. That which you have seen today here in this courtroom has been extremely disturbing. Falsified evidence, intimidation, perjury, a grim catalog of depravity. Yeah, okay. An appalling experience to befall any child. I'm not a kid. Come on, ain't nothing I ain't seen most days in the back alley, in the back slum. I beg your pardon. If you're weak, you pay for it. That's just how life goes. Gina. But look, I reckon I've worked something out today. The world ain't fair, but if you want it to change, you've got to start at home. You've got to change how you are yourself. This game's gonna make me cry. Well, that's a very valuable lesson, I would say. I eagerly look forward to the born again Mrs. Strahd never gracing my courtroom with her presence again. Now, with regard to the murder of Mr. Papa Winterbank, proprietor of a pawnbrokery business on Baker Street, I hereby declare the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade, not guilty. Let the confetti fly. Sorry, that's not my joke. I shouldn't say that. Yo, imagine, because I've been to a courthouse before because of jury duty. Imagine every trial you go to and someone is acquitted not guilty, like without a doubt. Imagine to start doing fireworks in the courtroom. Like, that sounds crazy. That is all. The court is adjourned. I remember this scene. Oh shoot. Wait a second. Oh, this game is so good, bro. I can't. This game is so good. On a personal note, I must say you surprised me, my Far Eastern friend. Oh. Despite being in Nipponese, you saw through the pretense to the malice that festered within that Englishman. At the same time, saw through the grime to the surprising heart of your English client. You are a curious talent for judging character, especially considering our very different cultures. I don't think there's anything curious about it. Whether we're from the Empire of Great Britain or the Empire of Japan, we're all human beings. We're not so very different on the inside. You know, I took this case for one very simple reason. To lock swords with you once again here in the courtroom. You did. You know what's clever about that? The fact that the swords show up whenever Naruhodo is doing a cross-examination. That's why. Because it really was a duel. And it's so cool. When I encountered you for the first time 2 months ago, it reminded me of toasting friendship and trust with another Nipponese, only to find my trust betrayed. Through you, I hope to look into the eyes of the man I once knew and try to understand. You mentioned something similar earlier today about total betrayal at the hands of the Nipponese, to the Japanese. What happened exactly? Well, you may ask. And one day, when the time comes, you will learn the answer, whether you like it or not. Alright, then I'll wait for that day if I must. Coming to be known as the Reaper of the Bailey, my retirement from the service 5 years ago. Yeah, so he was 27. It gives me cause to wonder if our meeting has some deeper purpose. So, farewell, my little Nipponese fellow, until we meet again. Until we because you can see, sorry, stutter. You can see on an old dude's side, on Bantik's side, he has a rapier. Meanwhile, of course, Naruto has Karma. It's crazy. Could you imagine this trial runs this long? Like, from 9 a.m. or no, I think it was 10 actually. 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, almost a full shift. Crazy. 17th of April, 5:24 p.m. The Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber. It's done. It's over at last. But where's Iris disappeared to? Oh, congratulations, Gina. I knew it all along. I knew that you were innocent. Well, you did what you said, Mr. Naruto. You believed in me. Well, up to the end. You're as old as your name. I thought about it. Told you I had faith in you, didn't I? No one's ever as before, see? Or no one ever has before, see? Kept the promise, I mean, properly. That's awful. I figured something out today. All my life, growing up in the slums. I never trusted no one. But that's just cause I've been scared of being stabbed in the back. I mean, the more you trust someone, the more it hurts when they let you down. Yes, they can understand now. After all, I had a taste of it in that trial 2 months ago. I chose to trust someone, trust someone, and paid for it. That betrayal left a big scar. You know though, Gina, I worked something out quite recently too. Trusting in someone is really an exercise in learning to trust yourself. And when your gut tells you it's the right thing to do, and your trust is rewarded, there's no better feeling in the world. I think I have to thank you for reminding me of that valuable lesson. Oh well, if you say so. Don't make a fat lot of sense to me though. I'm trying to say that putting my faith in you, Gina, has been a real pleasure. For crying out loud, pack it in! Well, I suppose I sort of feel the same way. I mean, sometimes trusting someone else is, you know, alright. Thanks. This is the way I see it, Ryunosuke. A defense lawyer is only as good as his faith in his client. And that comes down to how much faith he has in himself. After this experience, so I feel like I understand what you mean. Kazuma. Am I living up to your expectations? Am I turning out to be the lawyer you believed I could be? Pardon the interruption. But what the deuce does a man have to do to be noticed around here, my dear fellow? That voice. It's too late for that voice now, Mr. Naruhodo. I've been standing here patiently in a corner of the room for an eternity. Yes, it was me all along, I would have said when you finally noticed me. But you people, with your incessant babbling! Mr. Sholmes. Yes, it was me all along. You see? I'd assume you'd be taken back to the hospital, to be honest. Indeed I was. But I managed to escape again. Oh, of course. I happen to be aware of one or two foibles of the doctor who was tending to me. I merely made my knowledge of them known to the man, and he's happily issued me with a leave of absence. How very above board. But enough of my adventures. That was a fine victory, Mr. Naruhodo. Your tireless efforts justly rewarded, I feel. Congratulations are in order. As a close friend, I tip my hat at you. Oh, thank you. Some great detective you are. Great at being cold at ice, maybe. Have I hurt you in some way, Mr. Strahd? Or you even having a snooze in your nice soft bed? Some of us have been fighting for our lives. Ah, well, that bullet did cause me to lose a substantial amount of blood, it's true. So I've indeed been feeling somewhat cold. Not perhaps as cold as ice, but, well, have a feel. Could you take your hands off of my neck, please, Mr. Sholmes? And in some way, I suppose, congratulations are in order for you too, Mr. Strahd. What's that supposed to mean? Why are you so half-hearted? Well, naturally, it isn't my intention to alarm you, but an acquittal in trial with that particular prosecutor is perhaps a little precarious. Well done, Mr. Sholmes. Not alarming in the slightest. Oh, the Reaper, you mean? Because anyone who's found not guilty in a trial he was working on ends up dead anyway, is that it? The very point I was trying to make. As exemplified by the fate of Mr. McGilded, in fact. Ah, but of course, I pay no attention to such irrational drivel myself. Yeah, well, it doesn't bother me. Oh, really? Of course not. The way I see it, the Weeper's a bit like I'm upstairs. Or a bit like him upstairs. Him upstairs? You mean, like God? Yeah, him upstairs knows what's what, right? He knows what people are like on the inside. He won't have got the wrong end on the stick. There's some coves like the bog trotter, what are rotten to the core. At the end of the day, him upstairs make sure they get what they deserve. I suppose that's one way of looking at it. Divine justice is one thing, though. Divine justice is one thing, though. The Reaper taking matters into his own hands and claiming lives is another. Well, I ain't like the McGildeds of this world, so I ain't scared. I got principles, see? A trait in you which is to be admired, Mrs. Strahd. Oi, just give it a rest, alright? As I was saying, congratulations are in order. The news of your acquittal was very welcome news to me indeed. Let me express my heartfelt congratulations, Gina. Well, there you are, Hurley. How long have you been here? Honestly, I went to the main entrance especially to meet you there. Ah, Iris, my dear. I do apologize. But wait until I tell you what happened. The pair made utter fools of themselves. What happened? As you know, I have a penchant for disguise. I was hiding in a room disguised as a bailiff. And these dolts didn't notice my presence at all. They had no idea. Can you imagine, Iris? Would you credit it? I'm not sure, really. I beg your pardon. I'm sorry, Hurley. You just don't have the weighty presence you seem to think you have. In fact, you really ought to be careful about that. It's gonna land you in trouble one day. I'll be careful. Ouch. Anyway, it's such a shame. I was hoping to throw a party for Jeannie tonight, but you won't be able to come, will you? It look like I'm gonna be going nowhere for a while. The other George's pal. I got stuff to make amends for, apparently. All of them offenses. What was it again? Breaking and entering, talking, or taking the bog trotter stuff. What was in a log? Blah blah blah. Yeah, I was thinking you'll find that basically... Well, I think you'll find that basically being a pickpocket is the main offense. But diving ain't no offense. It's a job, innit? I don't think so. No, not at all. Still, it has got me thinking all this. Maybe I should start looking for another line of work. Oh, you didn't start off as a lawyer, did you, Odo? Well, no, but I was never a pickpocket. Well, anyway, I reckon I could make a change. I'm gonna do something for all of them lot like me from the slums. Something that makes a difference for them. It's a wonderful idea, Jeannie. I'm sure you can do it. What is it? Nothing. Messina just... Sorry, excuse me, I couldn't even talk. Miss Gina Lestrade. The prison carriage has arrived, ma'am. Come with me to the rear gates at once. Right. Well, looks like I'm off then. Yes. Goodbye, Gina. And good luck. Odo? Yes? What the hell was that for? I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to say, so. Ah, indeed. Perhaps the situation calls for a phrase hitherto missing from your vocabulary, Mrs. Shroud. On occasions such as this, I would recommend a simple thank you. Uh-oh. Oh yes, it's a good advice, Genie. Right, I see. Well. She finally took off the hat. Thanks, Odo. Thank you for everything, what you've done. For believing in me. Not at all. In fact, that should be my line. Thank you, Gina. That's what it's all about. It's for that smile. Well, there she goes. What if I'll ever see her again? Well, quite the indomitable pick purse. Oh, I nearly forgot about a paper outside. It's a special edition, and its trial is all over the front page. Pickpocket innocence proven. Isn't it wonderful? You should have shown it to Gina, Iris. She would have been thrilled. Oh no, how silly of me. But anyway, would you like the good news or the bad news? Not again. Well, what do you say, Bruno? Early? As usual, I think I'd rather get the bad news out of the way first. Absolutely not! I have no intention of listening to anything but good news! And there you have it. How people answer that question says a lot about them, doesn't it? Let's not go there. Alright, then maybe let's start with the good news this time. The rain has finally stopped. It was record level rainfall, apparently. Well, that's good news indeed. We can journey back in greater comfort. Alright then, what's the bad news? The huge storm has left the seas very choppy. The channel in particular is awful, so sailing out of Dover have been delayed by a day or more. Wait, Dover? That's right. We'll be at the station immediately. I might still make it in time to wave Susie off. But, there won't be a train, surely? We couldn't be that lucky. Who do you think I am, Mr. Naruhodo? Mr. Sholmes? I rushed to Victoria Station earlier and made arrangements for a special express. Now if we hurry now, we shall be there in time for dinner. I know of a fine restaurant that serves the most delicious baked sole. The great detective does it again. Indeed, he does. I happen to be aware of a number of the rail transport director's foibles. What? Merely made my knowledge of them known to the man, and he happily laid on the locomotive. Wow, CG's hard, I can't talk right now. I merely made my knowledge of them known to the man, and he happily laid on the locomotive. Elementary. Just an idea, but it might be wise to stop manipulating people that way. What are we waiting for then? To London, Victoria. '18th of April, 5:32 a.m. Port Dover, quayside. That took somewhat longer than I anticipated. Susie's boat must be about to leave now. Miss Suzuto, where are you? Over there, look! Looks like he's reading something.
Hold it!
Miss Suzuto, wait! What are you doing? Mr. Naruhodo, what are you doing here? We came as soon as we could after the trial. I mean, we heard that sailings were being delayed due to the bad weather, you see. Oh, I see. Then tell me, How did Gina's trial go? It went well. She was acquitted. That's wonderful. Really wonderful news. The book you're about to throw into the sea. It was your encyclopedia of British law, wasn't it? Oh dear. I was hoping you hadn't seen that. I'm not worthy of practicing law in any way now. So, I was saying my final farewell. You were saying goodbye to law. You? Suzuto-san. Would I be correct in assuming? It's because of the peephole, Miss Suzuto. I deliberately altered the scene of the crime, and then I tried to hide that fact. What I did is utterly unforgivable. That reminds me. How did you even come to have this, Susan? On the evening of the incident, Mr. Sholmes had invited Gina to dinner, if you remember. Oh yes, we had a wonderful time. Gina gave us a little introductory lesson, didn't she? To the art of pickpocketing, I mean. Oh, that was so much fun. I stole Bruno's armband. Yes, please don't do it again, Iris. That armband is very important to me. Well, if that's so important, you should pay more attention to it. You didn't notice for ages. On a whim, I thought it would be fun to see if I could take the cat flap on that. So I put it up my sleeve. Really? I rather forgot about it, until I found myself in Mr. Winterbank's shop with it later that night. I see. And then... Ah! Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes! Leave it to me, Naruhodo. Right. After Mr. Naruhodo had left the shop, I started to think. That door started to play on my mind. The storeroom door, you mean? Yes. If Gina was anywhere in the shop, I realized it could only be behind that door. At that moment, the little device I had on my sleeve pricked my mind. I was so worried about Gina, simply had to know. So, I used the cat flap-o-mat to make the peephole in the door. As captured in the photographic print of the shop by one of Hurley's red-handed recorders. Indeed, it was the first of importance. It was of the first importance. Excuse me, hold on. That point. Precisely when the peephole was made, that information would prove to be Mr. Naruhodo's greatest weapon. Though naturally, without proof, it would have amounted to nothing. But when I looked through the hole in the door, the sight that met my eyes made my blood run cold. Thoughts started to run through my mind. I remember the trial 2 months earlier. The trial of Magnus was guilted. I thought about how he had manipulated the evidence and arranged false testimony to secure his freedom. It made the British justice system feel very dark and sinister to me. And then, a terrible thought occurred to me. What if some wicked criminal was planning to do the same thing now? Because from the appearance of the crime scene, it was exactly as though Gina had shot Mr. Winterbank. Even though I was sure she would never have done such a thing. I was worried that the true culprit would try to frame her for the crime. That's right, but then I realized it would be very difficult for anyone to give false testimony in this case. What do you mean? Well, the crime appeared to have happened behind the door of a locked room. For someone to claim falsely to have witnessed it, there would have to be a way to see beyond the door. Ah. For which, a peephole would be the very thing. Only the peephole I had made wasn't actually there until after the crime had been committed, of course. And a criminal would know that, so it wouldn't make any difference. But the possibility of a rather ingenious trap was there, wasn't it? A trap? Is that why she did it? So, is that why you kept it secret, Susie? You never mentioned that you made the peephole to anyone, not even to the police. I know. I knew at the moment what I was doing was wrong, a criminal offense even. So I decided to confide in Mr. Sholmes. So Mr. Naruhodo was completely backed into a corner with no other possible means of escape. The truth about the peephole could save him. That was my plan. She does think of everything. But then, why didn't you just tell me everything before the trial began? My dear fellow, you're not thinking straight. If she had done that, your friend rendered you complicit in the whole escapade. He could have been disbarred if he had been seen to have knowingly tampered with the crime scene. So Mrs. Zato decided to shoulder the burden of responsibility alone. For your sake, and Mrs. Strahd's. Miss Susato. The truth is, when it happened, I did it because I'd lost a little of my faith in the law. Oh. I was worried the right person wouldn't be convicted of the crime. But the moment I allowed myself to think that, is the moment I lost my right to call myself a judicial assistant. What you did is incomparable to what he did. Graydon is the one who lied in the witness stand, using that peephole as a way to implicate Gina. And besides, if the peephole and consistency hadn't existed, I'm not at all sure that she would have been acquitted in the end. Miss Susato, what you did saved Gina's life. Well, with your kind words, Mr. Naruhodo, you saved me too, from my regrets. Well, we must all be thankful that Mr. Strahd's freedom has been assured. Yes, exactly. Although some of the loose ends in the trial will continue to play on my mind, I'm sure. But the revelation that the music box disc contained secret messages, Mr. Naruhodo. What a triumph to work that out. I'm full of admiration. Well, actually, argument wasn't quite compelling as I thought it was. Oh, it wasn't. There was a communications officer among the jury members, you see, a telegraph operator. And she said that the majority of the sounds of the disc were just meaningless tones. As one would expect, after all, we are talking about secret government communications. Note that they were written in cipher to avoid being readily understood should they have been intercepted. In cipher? I see. So then, we could have never hoped to understand the message anyway? Nonsense, my dear fellow. It's quite a zero-pipe problem, I assure you. So, key. What? Well, that can't be a real word, can it? How funny. Wait! Iris, what did you just say? I just said Asogi. Does that word mean something to you? Means something. Asogi. What's the name of my best friend? What? But how? How did you know that name, Iris? I wrote it down during the trial before, when the message is playing on the music box. She transcribed it on the fly? She really is a genius. I thought the message probably wouldn't be written out in plain Morse code, so I tried the various ways to interpret it. But whatever I tried, the words just didn't seem to make any sense. That is, in English at least. Oh. It suddenly occurred to me, you see. There's more than one Morse code, not just the English variety. Various countries around the world have altered and added to Morse code to use it in their own languages. I don't believe it. Are you saying... That's right. I've only actually seen a chart of Japanese Morse code once before. But I think it's based on the Iroha program, isn't it? You mean to say that in Japanese Morse code, the message just says Asogi? I think so. Sorry. I don't remember all the Japanese Morse code. Alright, so you let me see that. Miss Suzuto, do you know it? Do you know Japanese Morse code? Yes, I spent some time studying it. Because I'm quite sure Morse code will become ever more important for the international communications. No matter I recommend, my dear madam, you focus your efforts on the English version. Be that as it may, Iris, show me the message, please. Of course. But what can this possibly mean? Whatever is in the long sequence is supposedly meaningless dots and dashes. It made the color drain from Suzuto-san's face. There's no doubt that this message is written in Japanese Morse code. So the British Empire has been using Japanese for its secret communications. I don't understand the reason why, but the message appears to be a list of 4 people's names. 4 people's names? The first is Kazuma Asogi. Kazuma Asogi. Why? What was his name on the disc? The second... Oh... A. Shin. Shin? I recognize that name. The third is T. Gregson. That one's pretty easy to tell, can't you? It's Tobias Gregson. Gregson? Ah, it would seem Tobias Gregson is the third man on the list. And what is his name doing in a secret government communication as well? And the last name. What's the matter, Miss Suzuto? It's just so strange. So unexpected. Oh, what is it, Susie? Don't keep us in suspense. The last name is John Wilson. What? Wilson? John H. Wilson? You mean Daddy? It says only John Wilson, so I'm afraid I can't be sure. Then, after the 4 names, it reads, if I translate from Japanese, that is all 4. And that's the end of the message. Or rather, the end of what you noted down, Iris. I just can't believe it. Whoever have thought that those discs contain Japanese Morse code. Not to mention a strange list of some disturbingly familiar names. It would appear that this particular message is a communication of some kind between Great Britain and the Empire of Japan. So that it could be in Japan then, where Susie and Runo came from. Oh, well. No. It's not very likely, really, is it? I mean, There are thousands of people with the surname Wilson. There must be a lot of J's among them. That's where I got the thumbnail. That's where it was. Professor John H. Wilson, visiting professor in medicine at the Imperial Yume University. But we can't tell Iris about that now. We just can't. Oh, was that him? It was, yeah. This is so strange. Somehow in solving a case of Mr. Wonderbank murder, or Mr. Wonderbank's murder today, I feel like I rolled back a boulder at the mouth of a very dark cave. I do wonder if perhaps it's a dark cave that we shouldn't go wandering inside. Oh dear, the ship is going to set sail soon. Yes, it seems so. I'll sail on that steamboat first to the port of Dunkirk in France. Then I'll change onto a larger passenger vessel bound for Japan. You're really going then? Are you really going then, Susie? We wish you a safe passage, Miss Suzuto. Thank you so much. I wish you all the very best. Miss Suzuto, I'd hoped to have you always on my side, to guide me and support me. Mr. Naruhodo, please, come back soon. As far as I'm concerned, you really are the very best judicial assistant in the world. I'm quite sure I'll be back before you know it. Really, Susie? Oh, now don't forget, Iris. I made you a promise yet to fulfill. A promise? A promise? About your manuscript? Ah. Oh yes, the Heart of the Baskervilles. Well, I'll be waiting for you then, Susie. A promise is a promise. Definitely, Iris. Mr. Naruhodo. Yes? Do you remember the first time we met? Yes, of course. On the SS Buria, when I was dragged out from the wardrobe still half asleep. If I remember rightly, you threw me halfway across the room with a Suzuto takedown. You know very well I'm talking about after that. It's strange, but being thrown together as you were in that case, I somehow felt straight away that you were the perfect person to continue Kazuma's great legacy. Miss Suzuto. And my instincts were right. I really want to believe. No, I'm sure that. I'll be back soon. Farewell until then.
Somehow we seem to have come to the end of the adventures of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Or the first volume, at least. Looking back now, it feels as though fate has led me on this journey. Fate led me to becoming a lawyer, to traveling halfway around the world, to meeting the great detective. I'm sure there'll be trials and tribulations ahead. Of course there will. But whatever happens, I know I'll be able to turn my fortunes around. After all, I have the greatest friends in the world on my side.
Yes, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, Mr. Sholmes? I have some rather awkward news. The railroad company has decided to sue over the special express train, apparently. Huh? It caused such a commotion on the line, all the other trains had to wait at stations. But really, we would never have made it to Dover in time otherwise. Anyway, I explained everything and how it was all your fault. Huh? Huh? I believe a formal complaint should be delivered to your office tomorrow. But not to worry, my dear fellow. According to Miss Suzuto, you love defending yourself in court. Oh. Oh. It's alright, I'm perfectly happy to testify. He really didn't look like the sort of man who'd do something so outrageous. See? Mr. Sholmes. Yes? A word, if you don't mind. Why, certainly. Any word you'd like. Blow it out, my dear fellow. Oh yes, I love Bruno's words. I know just the one he'll use here. Then, I really must say...
Objection!
Oh, man. This is awesome. Granted, I don't have to worry about, like, when am I going to be able to play? Oh, in the following weeks, hundreds of music boxes arrived at Baker Street from all over Europe. Something was afoot, though it transpired I had ordered them all myself. So I had advertised them for sale, with used by Mr. Sholmes to solve an important case. And the money I've earned, consulting detective work pays a pittance by comparison. This game is amazing, man. This game is genuinely phenomenal. I haven't slept a wink. This manuscript is due tomorrow now. But I'm this busy, Haley usually cooks me breakfast. Well, cooks is an overstatement, with some dry toast and insipid coffee. I do miss Susie and her lovely Japanese breakfast. It's gonna make me cry. Witness, your testimony is riddled with contradictions. Exactly. Very rare Koban coins had the rare sticks themselves. Well, I don't know, son knows his father is an innocent man. Or are you calling my son a liar? Witnesses, my courtroom is no place for your petty arguments. This game's gonna make me cry. Having delivered the Russian dancer to Shu in Shanghai, I laid low on a steamship for a while. But last night I apprehended an extremely suspicious Japanese national on board. I've done nothing wrong! All I did was give Waghai's offspring refuge in my pocket! A man brings some kittens on board and suddenly he's a hardened criminal! It's not fair! Scientific investigation will be the gold standard for policing in New Age. I dream of a world governed by the tenets of order and discipline. Like a great clock, in fact, whose hundreds of parts mesh together in perfect unison. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have but 2 minutes and 37 seconds until my next appointment. The latest Vines magazine is out, and I'm in it again. Whenever I say that one line she wrote now, I'll get a standing ovation. Wanna hear it? Not bad, I suppose, for an amateur. Her ladyship puts me to shame. Been visiting the old girl on a daily basis, of course. Joni, my old jailbird. Must say, battling with those bally stairs every day has done wonders for the dicky peg. Managing rather well with the housework too. Got this maid business up taped up, I'd say. Hope the gossiping neighbors don't realize the man of the house is his own maid. Mr. Garrett up. Shout out Mr. Garrett up, he's so cool. My Rolly's back on the beat again, all thanks to the Reaper. There's nothing I enjoy more these days than hunting out small charge in the gutter. I'm a better Bobby now, looking out for the Londoners, their drop happiness, and my lovely wife. Oh, Pat. Oh, Rolly. Star-crossed lovers, bro. Looks like I'm gonna be doing time for a bit now. But Iris comes every day for an hour, so it ain't too boring. She's always going on about all them cases what Shums is looking into. Criminal investigations are kind of interesting when you get into them. Now that's clever. Yes, I went out my upbringing and chose a life of sophisticated crime. But regrets, please. Give over, bruv. That ain't the Ash we used to know. We got time in here to plan the comeback of Melverton Scoggins. Oh my god, I remember this! Oh, it's actually gonna make me cry. Wow. Oh man. Alright, well, while the outro plays, let me read what I missed. Yes, I renounced my upbringing and chose a life of sophisticated crime. But regrets? Please. Give over, bruv. That ain't the Ash we used to know. We got time in here to plan the comeback of Melverton and Skulkin's milk run, right? The three Muskewatsits. Milking neighborhood for all it's worth. At least they're friends now in jail. A couple of dingleberries, bro. Suzuto. This past 6 months have been a time I shall remember forevermore. Painful goodbyes and wonderful encounters. I've come to realize that's what life is all about. Naruhodo-san, I promise, your system will return to you one day. But for now, I'll leave you with many memories and a heartfelt wish that life will treat you well. And then the final picture. Oh man, oh goodness. Oh no. So I don't want to get too choked up because I do want to try to explain something. So I oh man, I'm sorry. It's just that this is wow. I didn't think it would get me this bad. Oh man. So I love this game a lot. It's one of my favorite visual novels ever. And even though it's not perfect, because Case 2 and Case 4 have their faults, especially more Case 2 if I'm being honest. This game is amazing. And in my opinion, it's some of the best Ace Attorney and Capcom has to offer here. Because out of all the Ace Attorney games, this game and the sequel are the only ones that can get me this choked up. And it's the reason why I love Ace Attorney and why I want to play them on the channel. Because again, this game is great. This game is fantastic. So I've been really excited to make this video because it's gonna be a labor of love. Oh. And I can't wait to do it. I can't wait to do it. Because this game means so much to me, I can't even really express it. Oh man. What a phenomenal game. What a phenomenal game, man. It's so good. So good. Whew. Pardon me, but I'm taking a picture of that. That's definitely the thumbnail. That is 110% the thumbnail. Oh my goodness, you're crazy. Hell yeah, I'm using that as the thumbnail. I did it. It's done. The game is done. The game is finally done. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. Like, this game is up there for Steins Gate with me. I think Steins Gate original is better than this game, but not by much. This game is phenomenal. And if it ever were to be adapted into like an anime or something, I would cry. This game is so good. But yeah, so that's the end of the Great Ace Attorney Adventures. As I've alluded to, and as you may know, of course, it isn't over. Because there's the Great Ace Attorney Adventures. No. Where is it? Where's Yeah, because this is Chronicles. Pick an adventure to play. This is Adventures. Oh, I didn't see the arrow. I'm so dumb. Oh yeah, look at that, right? 2015. And then 2017. Oh. You guys are not ready. You guys are not ready at all for how good this game really is. Oh my goodness. The Adventure of the Blossoming Attorney. The Memories of the Clouded Kokoro. The Return of the Great Departed Soul. Twisted Karma at his last bow. The Resolve of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Oh man. Whew. I am so excited to play this game. But first, I gotta make the video on 8 Adventures. So, that comes first. But, yeah, this game is phenomenal. I'm gonna save my thoughts for the video, but I wanted to mention, so I started this game in November, and it's been almost, what, like 5 months? Yeah, because December, January, February, March, April, 4 months, 4 months. And I do want to mention, for hours, for playtime, the game came out to around 60 hours on the dot, actually. Which, granted, we can shave off like 5 of them, so probably 55, but still, 60 hours is a lot. And it's crazy. Like, it's actually crazy because you look at it. You look at, you know how long this game was. It was 18 streams. Like, I don't even think, because, like, you have Steins Gate Zero, which was 16. You have Steins Gate Original, which was 20, which makes sense. There was multiple endings for that game, compared to this game, which is just one solid shot through. You have, you know, The Witch Hunt and Holy Night, which in reality, it's 22, but it's not. It's probably more closer to 16 to 18. Of course, you have Valhalla, which is 7 streams. You have Shadow Generations, which is 4. Like, this is the... Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games so far that I've played. And Adventures is going to be the 7th. So I can't wait. Genuinely cannot wait. But, yeah, that marks the end of this game. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, expect me to stream Resolve soon. I'm so locked in, I'm so tapped into this series. And if you saw me, if you hear me crying now for how much I love this game, I'm telling you, you're not ready for the second one. I'm not ready for the second one. I'm gonna burst into tears on the title screen. I did. Like, it's legit, it's crazy. But, you know, that aside, almost 3 hours and 40 minutes. We finished off with a bang. We finished off with a bang. So, until then, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you if you have been here from the start, and if you haven't, thank you for joining up if you've joined now. And if you're watching a VOD, I appreciate you doing that anyways, you know, because you didn't have to. So, until then, I'll see you on the next stream, which will be the Greatest Attorney Adventures, or excuse me, Resolve. And I'll